Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Shenandoah University Esports Arena here in Winchester, Virginia, where tonight our Varsity Super Smash Brothers team will be taking on the University of Akron in an NECC matchup where the Hornets look to carry on their momentum from last week's NACE win against Grand Valley State. My name is Brennan Moss, and I am joined here by Christian, who this is your first time casting on camera for us tonight. How are you feeling?
I'm actually very, very nervous, but because I know that I'm next to somebody who has casted for a while, I'm actually kind of I'm not that nervous, but at the same time, I'm still kind of nervous. This is my first time casting Smash. I've played Smash for years, so I'm kind of excited to get a look at it from a competitive point of view. But overall, I'm excited, but really kind of nervous.
No, I'm excited. You'll get through it. You know, you cast for a couple minutes, then you forget the camera's even there. But I'm also excited because we get to watch some Smash together here tonight. And before we watch that Smash, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the standings so far here this season for our Smash team when it comes to NECC, at least. And right now, we're not sitting at the greatest spot. We are sitting at the 7th position here, sitting 0-3. We did win our first match last week. However, that was in NACE
yes.
against Grand Valley State University.
Which I did hear. Shout out to Wayne on having a great match that day. I'm very, very proud of him for that. Now, let's see if in NECC we can rise to at least top 5. I'm hoping at least top 5.
I'm hoping for that too. And however, that's going to be a tough task for us tonight because we are facing the University of Akron, who currently is sitting at 2-1, having faced in NECC so far Fisher, who they lost 0-2. They lost to 0-2.
Mm-hmm.
But, however, they beat Michigan 2-0 and they beat Middle Tennessee State 2-0. Michigan, a team that we have struggled against in the past, and the Middle Tennessee State, who took a game off Fisher, so they're a pretty good team themselves.
Okay.
And I'm kind of interested to see what our team looks like going in tonight, especially because we have a new 4th starting, at least somewhat new.
Somewhat new to the
viewers, He's played a good bit for us. You know, like we just mentioned before, he played last week against Grand Valley State off stream, and that is going to be Wayne Blade, who plays Pikachu.
Pika Pika.
Pika Pika indeed. And joined with him are going to be 3 faces you've seen a lot around here. We have Lim, Kip, and Willie, all playing the characters you'd expect.
I'm kind of excited to see if maybe they'll change it up with Eliminathan. I'm kind of excited to see if he'll either play Rob or Sora.
Yeah, as we know, Eliminathan plays a lot of different characters. We've seen him play Rob and Sora the most, I would say. Rob more than others, because Rob is very good online. Sora's still he's still catching on. Yeah. Eliminathan goes around, tries to convince people that Sora is good. And I'm going to be honest, he hasn't done a great job of convincing me. But if he does pull him out tonight and do something crazy with him, that'll do a little bit of convincing. We'll have to see what he does there, what the strategy is for our team.
I mean, if you've ever seen a Sora walk him down, it can be kind of nasty. In my free time, I've played with a good group of friends, and I've seen Sora just walk people down, up and down. So I'm kind of hoping I can kind of see that skill level from anybody this coming match.
Yeah, and of course we have Willie and Kip with their respective Terry, Kazuya, and as always Pac-Man. We always love to see those characters. We know what we're going to get out of both of those players. Now, we could take it over and talk a little bit about Akron. We don't know too much about them. We know their player names and the characters they play, and that one player they have is really good, and that player is going to be Cytonix, who is really good Ken player.
Oh, Ken.
Which I'm a little selfish here, coming from the Street Fighter and the Tekken side of things. I kind of want to see Ken line up against Willie's Kazuya or Terry. That'd be a lot of fun. As for the other players Akron has, we don't know who they're going to start, of course, just yet. But they have a Kazuya, which mirror matchup might be a little bit of fun. I don't know if Willie likes playing Kazuya and Kazuya, though.
Yeah.
That one might be a little iffy.
Yeah.
They have Leia Realms, who plays Wii Fit. They have Vanilla, who plays Puff, Jigglypuff. And they have a Bayonetta player and a Bowser Jr. player named Yak.
I hope that they start with a Bayonetta player. This is coming from, this is very selfish, coming from a Bayonetta player. I'm a Bayonetta main in my free time. I really love to use a witch twist into somebody and just start comboing people off of the earth. I really, really love a Bayo, so I'm hoping that we get a little bit of Bayo on the screen tonight.
Now, what I just remember about Bayonetta, because as everybody knows, I'm not the smartest Smash Brothers guy around town, but I do know that they had a Smash 4 where Bayonetta was just like...
Bayonetta was broken in Smash 4. And we see the opposite in that in Smash 5 when they nerfed her to the ground. R.I.P. a real one, honestly.
Yeah, R.I.P. However, not the worst character in the game.
Not the worst. Oh, by far not the worst. But still, compared to her former glory, she has taken quite a few hits.
Yeah. Unfortunate for the Bayonetta fans, including you. But as we wait here, I want to talk a little bit about our season so far.
Yeah.
Right now, you saw a little bit ago on the standings when it comes to NECC. We are sitting at 7th at 0-3. We have 2 games taken, and we have sadly lost 6 games total. We went 0-2 against the University of Houston, who is a really good team. They're sitting at the top of the leaderboards right now. We went 1-2 against Illinois State, who is also a very good team, sitting at 3-1. And we lost a really close heartbreaker last week, which I was on cast there with Griffin against Lubbock Christian University, who just had their own MLB farm system on their roster. There was like 30 players.
Farm system. It was insane to see how the roster that was made just didn't line up with what we expected.
I did not expect half of them.
And honestly, it was kind of hilarious sitting back when I was doing Roman Can, just kind of watching you be like, oh my God, where are the teams that I'm looking for?
I had like notes on, I believe, like 8 players.
Which is
6
insane.
or 7 players. And I don't think they pulled out a single one of those players until like, halfway, maybe halfway through the second game.
Halfway through when we took that one round, and after that they switched it up.
They switched it up. I had no idea what was going on, but like I mentioned, RSU Smash team going through a little bit of a tough time right now. They did, however, their last match they played last Thursday in NACE, they won against Grand Valley State University 2-1, which we mentioned before. Wayne Blade had a great showing in that match. So hoping to carry some momentum. Now, I don't think I would hesitate to say too much that Akron is a better team than Grand Valley State. So this is going to be a tall task for our Smash team.
I think this is tough but doable.
Yeah.
Especially with the cast that I know that we have. I think that as soon as they start locking in, I think that this will be a pivotal part for us to try to see if we can actually make it into the top 5. I think this match will play a part in this. Yeah, and
going down the charts, we've played 3 NECC matches so far. There's not many left. I think we have maybe 3 or 4 left.
3 or 4, okay.
If I remember correctly, producer can correct me on that if needed, but. This is where you really need to lock in. If you want to make this last stretch really good, especially for some of our players like, I believe, Kip. This is Kip's last semester, and this is also Eliminathan's last semester. So if you really want to lock in and make this a great showing for your last time playing competitive Smash in college, then I think now is the moment where you have to answer the call.
Absolutely.
You have to lock in and hopefully take this match against Akron.
Absolutely. I think getting to playoffs in both NACE and NECC, while a tall task for both, I think that it would be a phenomenal thing to take home with them as they leave Shenandoah.
Yeah, and honestly, I've been in this situation before as just a player. Throughout the years of competing in just various esports and sports, when your record is looking like that and it's getting the going's rough, you find yourself in a really tough spot of. You want to win. Everybody wants to win. That's like the most obvious thing I think I've ever said on cast. But now you have to look. Like, do we have to change the strategy? What do we have to do? Like mentally, you're in such a tough spot where you start to question yourself. You start to question. Hopefully you don't start to question your teammates, but you're looking for answers. And there's a lot of questions right now about the Smash team. We've struggled a good bit. Now is the time where we have to answer them.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that the momentum it's slowly been picking up. We've seen some great matches and rounds in the stocks that we've been taking, and it's been a great momentum. But I think that something needs to happen to kick them into gear in order for us to get into the playoffs.
Yeah, and Wayne Blade hopefully could be that answer. I'm going to talk about. Let's focus on him for a little bit.
Absolutely.
I mean, our fourth at Shenandoah, it's been no secret, we've swapped around a lot of the members in that position. Never really finding a rock solid starter in that fourth spot.
Yeah.
And starting last week, we threw in Wayne Blade, who took, I believe, 1 or 2 stocks
I believe it was 1 stock last week
against Lubbock Christian,
Yes.
and then had a really good showing off stream against Grand Valley State. And I think that honestly, Wayne Blade is the X factor.
I
here.
think he will be a rock solid, especially as a Pikachu. Pikachu's abilities. I find it very hard to play against as both a Bayonetta player and also my secondary, which is Roy. His ability and his being able to move with such mobility makes him kind of hard to hit. He's a very fast individual, especially with his high damage combos. It's kind of uncanny to play against sometimes, trying to nail down what exact moment in the iframes you have to hit.
And honestly, Wayne Blade, it's a tough job, right? It's a big ask out of a player who hasn't been in this spot really before. I mean, I believe Wayne Blade was on
his freshman year, I believe too.
It's his freshman year. Okay, that I didn't know.
Yeah,
that's really interesting. Also, believe first semester on Varsity, as he was on the academy team last semester. So we are a couple weeks in. Smash Varsity team struggling a little bit. You get called up in the 4th spot. Now is your time. You to lock in and hope that you can shine and bring a spark to the team that's desperately needed right now going into the middle of the season.
Spark, I get it.
Honestly, I didn't even mean to do that. If I'm being honest. But I think that we are going to get a lot of answers here. Hopefully shortly. I think we've been having a little bit of a problem with the lobby. I think there's some network issues, but I think we might be going in for a button check. Hopefully we get that started really soon. And right now, we have the characters that our team likes to play.
Yep.
And we've listed some of the players off of Akron. Do you see any mismatches in terms of character matchups or anything we might look to exploit or that might be tough for us as players?
Honestly, that Bowser Jr. against Kazuya might be something interesting because I know that last week Willie had some issues with the Bowser Jr. So I'm wondering that even though different player and possibly different play style, I'm wondering that if everything's still the same, that will it be an issue that we face tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I think I talked about it with Griff way too much last stream. 1,000 times with the spacing of Bowser Jr. When Bowser Jr. players know how to space, it's really tough for a character like Kazuya because normal fighting game character movement. He's still fast. He can get up in your grill, but as we know, Bowser Jr. is kind of that little dude just be floating around everywhere.
That little dude and his car. You do not want to see that
floating
car
around everywhere,
especially at the wrong time with Bowser Jr. hopping out of his car and going up with his down B. It's kind of. You have to get out of the way in order to survive that, to be honest, especially if you're in the 90s, 100s. If he hits you, you are going to die.
Yeah, I mean, we also saw last week that we can just he can
pop off
0 to 100 immediately.
Yes.
Kazuya can just walk up, hit you 3 times, and all of a sudden you lose a stock, and you're like, it just happened. I don't know how I got here. How did I get here?
Kazuya will walk you down and eventually spike you. And for viewers who don't know what spiking is, spiking, in essence, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're going off the stage and you're trying to find that player, and that you hit them with one specific move. It can different characters have different moves and abilities to do it. But with Kazuya, typically, if I'm right, it's usually one of his neutrals that he will down smash you, and then he will go flying down without the chance to either being able to hit the stage and bounce back up, or even just trying to survive that.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the moves I saw last week was he had gotten the other player off stage and just walked up to it. Guy tried to up-B his way back up and just got kicked square in the face and just went flying the other direction, lost the stock. As a Tekken player, I love watching that. I love that Kazuya is a really good character. At least Would you say in the grand scheme of things that he's a really good character, or is that just like Willie just being great?
No, Kazuya is a phenomenal character.
Okay.
He has been a phenomenal DLC character. He, in my opinion, nerf that man.
Nerf that man.
Nerf that.
No,
Kazuya.
you know what? In my opinion, buff that man. I want all the normal fighting game characters to just be the best character in this game, including Snake. Let's make it really annoying to watch. Except Wii Fit. Wii Fit, annoying.
Really?
Nerf to the ground. Wii Fit and Sonic. I know Snake. Okay, listen. I did just say buff Snake, but that's because I'm a Metal Gear fan. Sonic is not fun to watch. Let's be real. Little dude just like little hedgehog just rolls in, hits you, gets out of there.
Yeah, he
does.
What
are we doing? Like, what are we doing? Wii Fit too. Like, Wii Fit's also a really good online character. I will mention that.
As annoying as it is finding a Wii Fit.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, but like Snake. I've never seen how nasty Snake could be, honestly, until I want to say 2 semesters ago. But fighting against a Snake can be really, really nasty.
Snake can be really nasty. He's just like laying down on the ground somewhere, throws a grenade, and just watches as you lose your stock from 50 or some crazy
Don't
stuff
forget that
like
box.
Don't forget that box. I never forget that box as a Metal Gear player. I believe we're still having
a little bit of issues here, but I think we're about to get started.
I hope we're about to get started. But in the meantime, I will say, we were talking about Kazuya a second ago. You said he needs to get nerfed. I said he needs to get buffed because I'm biased. Shout out Kevin, you mentioned. Kazuya's a DLC character, and as we all know, you pay $7 for that, right? You pay $7 to just absolutely blow the competition away. Just walk people down. Like, you don't have any trouble because Kazuya is Kazuya. But also it helps that Willie is just that guy.
Amazing player. He is him.
But I think we're about to go in, and it's not going to be Willie we're seeing. We're not used to seeing him this early anyways. We will, I believe, be seeing Kip on Pac-Man playing against Akron's Bayonetta player.
I'm so excited for this match.
Actually, I don't know if my notes are wrong, but this is actually the Wii Fit player. This may actually be the Wii Fit player playing as Bayonetta.
Oh, that's interesting.
Okay, this is not a button check as we get started here. Kip getting some damage applied onto Bayonetta, sets down the fire hydrant, looking for something in the grocery store, not going to find it just yet.
Oh, and look at that Bayonetta, seeing her abilities and her passive.
Yeah, sliding in there, going to get immediately thrown backwards for that one. Kip still looking for something in the grocery store, not going to be able to find it. Sets down the fire hydrant, trying to use a little bit of that spacing. Finds a bell, doesn't get anything out of it. And now we're just playing a little bit of footsies, though. Kip has not taken damage at all just yet.
Not at all. It's going from a 0 to 100 right now. I fear for the Bayonetta right now, watching her.
Yeah, not really able to figure out Kip right at the moment. Kip keeping the Bayonetta player away and just taking damage where he can find it. And it's been a really good strategy so far as that fire hydrant just goes flying over the Bayonetta's head.
Absolutely.
And she's finally able to find a bit of damage on the Kip.
But I think she's playing a little too defensive right now. She's playing a little too offensive right now. She needs to get her defenses up as she's going for it. And look at her trying to set off the witch twist combo, which is her side B into her up B.
Yeah, trying to look for answers at the moment. And unable to find anything successfully, as now Bayonetta sitting at 110%. Kip going to be able to shield out of that. He's searching for the grocery store. Sends a fire hydrant Bayonetta's way. Takes a whole bunch of damage. Finds the bell.
Taken.
Freezes Bayonetta. And takes that stock right away. Right now, Kip edge guarding Bayonetta off the side of the stage, but is going to get hit by a combo. Now, gonna back down a little bit, play a little bit slower, or maybe not.
Grabbed by Kip into the witch twist combo by Bayonetta. Look at this go.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the Bayonetta is starting to get a little bit more comfortable at the moment. Kip taking now up to 69%. Bayonetta still struggling to really find anything heavy as he's going to get hit by the red ghost. Instead of flying the other way, stunned by the bell,
and second stock.
Taking another stock. Kip is now up 3-1.
And I think just a little bit, I see the Bayonetta panicking a little bit as she tries to get that first stock off of Kip.
Yeah, right now you're going to have to start to play a little bit slower if you're the Bayonetta player. You want to try and at least take one stock, not leave your team with a little bit of momentum going in to the next character, and she's almost able to get it. Kip sitting at 110% right now.
And going into it, looking at the Bayonetta, into the witch timing by the Bayonetta into the Pac-Man's combo. She's still trying to find her footing here and there, but ultimately, I don't think she's gonna have the time to find it.
Yeah, right now we are about, what, 4 minutes into this match.
4 minutes in.
And Kyle has just kind of dominated the spacing and the pacing of the game, able to dictate how fast this match has been going at all times. A lot of bell stuns too, looking for another one, sets the fire hydrant down, gonna throw the bell, unsuccessful right there, but gets a drop kick, looking for another one.
And I find it very interesting from the switch, from how offensive she was playing into now that she's trying to run away from the Pac-Man until she can find her footing right now.
Yeah, struggling a little bit to find any hits. However, the fire hydrant,
friendly
fire on the Kip from the fire hydrant. Looking for a kill shot there, not able to get it, and in turn gets sent off the stage. Bell gets thrown, Bayonetta gets thrown. Now looking to find her way back on the stage, able to grab onto the ledge.
Which time? She's trying to find her footing right back onto the stage. I'm looking at it right now, and she might just lose her stock with Kip throwing that next bell.
Yeah, right now we have wasted about another minute since we time checked. We're sitting at 2.5 minutes left.
With Pac-Man at an astonishing 142 damage taken. It's kind of insane to think.
Yeah, every single kill shot that Bayonetta has sent out so far up until now, I can't say that. I should not be saying that. Why? Caster Curse, of course. However, Kip in a good spot right now. Bayonetta sitting at 163% damage. Now, you're going to want to try and get out quick. You didn't really want to lose that one stock if you're Kip, but you did. However, right now, you're just at 0% damage. You should be fine. You got a minute 52.
And the Hydro Plant kill. The Hydro Plant kill to end off the match.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't expect that. I was caught off guard by sending the fire hydrant, although I shouldn't be. I don't know why I am. We see the fire hydrant gets thrown. I want to count. Next time, you know what? Next time I'm going to try to count the amount of fire hydrants that are placed. Because Pac-Man just spits those out whenever he feels like it.
Every time it disappears, the next one follows right back in. It's kind of funny to watch.
He just drops it whenever he feels like it. It's like, bro, why so many fire hydrants? Because they do stuff like that.
They do stuff like that. Those hydro plants are dangerous things to try to fight.
Yeah, I mean, imagine you're just in a fight with somebody and then a fire hydrant gets thrown your way. You'd probably be pretty scared too.
I'd be scared, but I think with my luck, I would get hit.
You'd be a little concerned. I mean, that is a heavy piece of metal, like chunk of metal, that is getting thrown your direction, and that heavy chunk of metal is what helped Kip take that first matchup to. He took 3 stocks away, ends up with 2 remaining. Shenandoah now going to be up, I believe, 11-9.
Yes, absolutely. And already in the first match, I think it's astonishing to see just with how Kip played against that Bayonetta. Which, am I surprised? Absolutely not. It's Kip. Kip knows what he's doing. But I will say, just a little bit disappointed with the Bayonetta. I had a little bit of high hopes for the Bayo player.
Now, what I'm interested in is if my notes were wrong once again, and that was because right now I have Layer Realms was that player's name, I believe, unless that was just a switch. It could have just been the switch's name, if I'm not correct. I guess we'll find out here, but had different Bayo names. So either that was the Bayo player.
Or that wasn't the Bayonetta
player. Now, if it was, let's go into the assumption it was the Bayonetta player, which means we still have, at least from my notes, Wii Fit left, Kazuya left, a Jigglypuff, Ken, and Bowser Jr. Now, if you're Akron, what are you thinking going into this? Who do you think you would like to send in going into this?
Sending in next, honestly, I'm a little bit torn between the Wii Fit trainer and potentially Kazuya. Just a little bit between those two. I think the Jigglypuff, I honestly see them. I don't think that they'd be there. I think that because Jigglypuff is a good character, don't get me wrong, but I think I see them more as an anchor if I'm mistaken.
Yeah, I also wonder, because we did mention before earlier that Cytonics, their Ken player, is probably their best player. Now, do you leave your best player
You
to
leave
anchor?
your best player to anchor, I think.
Yeah.
Don't want to play them a little too soon, just in case.
Mm-hmm.
But I think next, we might see a Wii Fit trainer.
Yeah, it's also a thing, like, you have two fighting game players. You have a Kazi on your team, and you have a player that plays Ken. So if you want to pull out that fighting game player, then you can afford to pull it out early. Now, we just got spoiled right here. We are going to see a fighting game player, and that player is going to be Cytonics on the Ken. Now, looks like it is just a switch name. That the player we last saw was, in fact, just the Bayonetta that was in my notes. But, I mentioned before, this is Cytonics, probably Akron's best player. This is going to be a tough matchup here for Kip.
Absolutely. With Ken's speed and the Shrew versus the Pac-Man, I'm a little concerned about that. And well, consider me wrong already. First stock taken by Kip. Let's go, Kip.
Yeah, Kip starting off fantastic here against Cytonics. Already taking his stock. And right now, he's just not letting the pacing up. Like, you would expect Kip to play a little bit slower against a character like Ken, but he is just absolutely pushing the pace against Cytonics.
Setting the pacing against Cytonics. And I'm honestly a little surprised to see that against such a heavy player as Ken. Because honestly, going into a match and seeing Ken, automatically I'm going to try to avoid him in most places that I can.
Yeah, right now. One thing I noticed as well is that Kip was just playing with a whole ton of confidence and knows what his plan is before he gets into it. As he's going a little bit going grocery shopping there for a second, not able to find anything just yet. Fire hydrant also now off of the stage.
And the Shuriken ending Kip's second stock, putting him down to 2-1.
Yeah, right now it is going to be 10-8 in favor of Shenandoah. Kip going to look to at least take one more stock here, set up the next SU player for success. And it's looking possible here. Ken sitting at 119%. But the Tatsumaki going to take a bit of damage from Pac-Man. A little bit of a switcheroo there. Now looking to get back on the stage. Tatsumaki gets thrown out again.
And now we're setting the pacing back. And it's now in Kip's favor with him throwing the Ken off the stage. Into the bell getting taken with the Shoryuken ending Kip, setting the Ken player up for a match against who do you think we're going to pull out next?
I don't know, but that makes me a little sad. Kip was real close. Ken ended up taking that last stock when he himself was sitting at 141%. But I think that taking that first stock as quick as he did, that is great momentum there for SU.
Absolutely. Especially
setting up. We have all three of our players still left. We can choose whoever we want. I'm going to assume, I don't like giving it out too early, but I'm going to assume it's going to be Wayne Blade. I don't know for sure, but in what I've seen on our team, I haven't been casting Smash the entire time I've been here, but I have been watching our Smash team very closely. I would like to think that that's their strategy. As we take a look at some of these replays, the final replay that is on me, ended up. I think what Kip did, he caught the Ken off guard pretty fast. He played really aggressive there, comparatively what we've seen out of Kip in recent memory, and I think that just caught the Ken off guard, which was great. Able to take a stock out of it, and once the Ken figured out the pace of the match, able to adjust accordingly and take those next two stocks off of Kip.
Absolutely. And as we roll into our next match, I'm really excited to see what will happen next against Ken.
Yeah, and right now I'm getting a little bit of a sneak peek right here, but I believe I was right. We are probably going to see Wayne Blade here going up against Cytonics. And, Wayne Blade, of course, picking Pikachu, I believe. And what do you feel? How do you feel about a matchup like this?
Honestly, I don't actually quite know about this matchup. Like, just from my knowledge, and as small as it may be, I don't know. I don't actually have any words for this matchup. It's going to be an interesting one to see. I'll say that. Yeah,
interesting indeed. Now, obviously, weight of the world on Wayne Blade's shoulders right now.
Absolutely.
Just, getting placed in that fourth spot on the starting roster. Your team's struggling, but now momentum's carrying. We won that match against Grand Valley State last week, and now we're looking to carry the momentum against Akron, and now it's your turn. Wayne Blade's up. How do you respond? How do you take control of the situation against a player that we know is as good as Cytonix is on Ken?
Trying to take control back from it, honestly, I would get just a little hyper aggressive. Not a lot, because Ken still has the maneuverability, but I think that overall, I think that Pikachu might outpace him just a little bit. So I try to get a little hyper aggressive and get in. I do a hit and run essentially. I would I would come back for little small hits until I can start getting into the combos, and as I combo him, then try to take him off the stage.
Yeah, and honestly, Ken's right now sitting at 2 stocks. So if Wayne Blade can come into this matchup right here and take at least 1, that'd be a big win
W.
for the team, because you still have, behind Wayne Blade, you still have Eliminathan and you still have Willie. Both players are fantastic in their own right.
Absolutely.
And right now, I think we're waiting to get in. I don't know if there's any network shenanigans at the moment, but just a little bit more to talk about. Behind the Ken, we still have a Kazuya player, Wii Fit, Jigglypuff, and Bowser Jr.
I think following the Ken, interesting one to think, but I think that, honestly, well, it's either, I think it'll be the Wii Fit. I think
God, I hate Wii Fit. I hate Wii Fit
they might
so much.
save the Kazuya for last.
Yeah, we might. Ooh, for last.
For last.
Might see a mirror matchup between the Kazuyas, huh?
If they have done their research, I think we might see a mirror match.
That'd be interesting. I'd like to see it, but right now, still stuck with Ken at the moment. And honestly, you mentioned before, if you're playing Pikachu against the Ken that you might not be able to match talent-wise, you're going to go in there and you're going to try to outmaneuver the Ken.
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to try to outmaneuver him, because while Ken's ability hits heavy, if you're able to get him into a state where he is stuck, you can easily soak in some damage towards him.
Yeah, and I believe we are going to see what Wayne Blade's strategy is right now as we head into this next matchup. But players both
Pika! I love Pikachu.
Right.
Already off rip, we are seeing Wayne Blade at 59.9%.
Yeah, getting hit with a combo straight at the start of the match. Now, you're going to try to take some momentum back, going to find a little bit of that.
Getting into those combos as he starts getting back at him.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, Ken hits really hard, especially compared to Pikachu, who they've hit each other about the same amount of times, but as we see right there, first stock off of Wayne Blade, sadly.
And like I said earlier, we're seeing not a little bit of a hit and run, but we're seeing him being a little bit aggressive, trying to get in as much damage as he can.
Yeah, Pikachu gonna have to try to slow the match down and maybe lean towards that strategy you're talking about. However, now Ken's sitting at 56% damage, looking for a way to get back in the stage, going to get greeted by some Pikachu fighting skills.
But with Pikachu being as light and fast as he is, the combos like that sends him through the roof.
Yeah, right now Wayne Blade not able to find an answer for Ken's just high damage output.
And getting him past that super armor that Ken has, we're seeing him trying to set the base for the match.
Yeah, now if you're Wayne Blade right here, you have Ken at 100% damage. You got to be careful though, because pretty much any hit from now on
will send you
kill Pikachu at the moment. And it looks like he might have gotten it, and he has. Ken Cytonix able to keep both of his stocks, taking all 3 of Wayne Blades.
And was that 2 minutes or was that a little bit under?
I honestly wasn't looking at the time. That was just really quick. The action right there was really fast.
It was really fast paced.
And Wayne Blade just wasn't really able to. Now we mentioned we want to see Wayne Blade use his movement to try and get as many hits as he can, get out, and keep as much of his health as he can, so he doesn't get comboed like he ended up, getting. But unable to do that, loses all 3 stocks. Now we look to our next SU players to try and answer the call and take both of these stocks off of Cytonics.
Absolutely. And just looking at that, and that Shoryuken that took Wayne Blade's first stock, and I think 2 out of the 3 stocks that he took was with that same move.
Yeah. And as we look at the replays, Wayne Blade just struggled to find many hits. It took him a while to get Ken up to 100% damage. Like, that was a struggle, and Pikachu's low damage output will do that to you, especially if you're playing against the Ken that's just sending you flying every 2 seconds.
But I did think that he found his momentum as he was continuing on. I think if he had a little bit more time, I think he could have taken that stock from him.
Yeah, and that's also good scouting when you go into the second series, because obviously this is the first series. We still have at least one more to be played after that, depending on how the matches end up going. But if I am not incorrect right now, we are getting a little bit of a sneak peek here. I believe we'll be sending out Kazuya. We're sending out Willie, which means we're going to get a Street Fighter versus Tekken matchup. And shout out Street Fighter Cross Tekken. I just wanted to say that. Really bad fighting game, but I just wanted to say that.
Well, we have seen worse fighting games out in history.
We have seen worse fighting games. Melee. Anyways.
Whoa. Shots thrown.
Whoa. Who said that? It wasn't me. That was not me. What do you mean? I didn't say that.
Oh. No, I'm hoping that we see our Kazuya just walk this Ken down, as we know that he is able to do.
Yeah, and right now, Willie going to have the 1 stock advantage in this matchup, so he can play a little bit more aggressive than I believe Cytonics probably wants to play himself.
Absolutely.
And we are seeing that off the rip. Now, we know Willie just... He can whiff a little bit, but if you send out a bunch of buttons, especially as Kazuya, eventually you're going to get some hits in. You're going to hit something. And hit something he shall, as he's looking for a long combo to take the first stock off of Cytonics. The second stock off Cytonics. My bad. And he finds it, and... already really in a great spot. Gonna find a throw. Looking for that electric. Gets it.
And classic Willie move with that down into the up air.
He's toying with him.
Honestly,
he's toying with him, just setting him away, and sends Cytonics flying off your screen.
Dragon Fist?
That was an electric. That was an electric wind God Fist. Because everything in Tekken has to have a crazy name, otherwise it's not a Tekken move.
That is true.
And fantastic showing there from Willie. Now, fantastic. Great momentum. You have Willian, didn't lose a singular stock there, which I think is the most important factor here.
Absolutely.
Because now you're going to have Akron sitting at 6 stocks, and I believe we are sitting at a... Math is hard sometimes. I think we're sitting at around the 6 ourselves, but...
We're not here for math.
Yeah,
we're here for gaming.
Yeah, 6. I did math. I promise I did it. We have 2 players left with full stocks. That's 6. What am I thinking? Anyways, right now, Willie up, has great momentum. Kind of just, immediately messing with the Ken.
Yes, and it was glorious to see.
Like, honestly, we saw there towards the end of that match that edge guarding wise, Willie just waiting for him to jump up.
And he caught him as soon as he came back up.
Caught him as soon as he came back down. Ken just had no chance. You jump up off the edge. You're like, oh, wow, I'm back up here. Oh, my God, I'm now 50 feet above the stage because I got sent flying by a Kazuya combo.
What can you do?
I swear, every time. Like, I don't know how it ends up coming back to puns, but we always get there. Now, you're Akron. You're both teams tied at six stocks. Mm-hmm. You just watched your probable best player
get nuked off the screen.
Get sent flying off the screen by Kazuya. Where do you look for? Because right now they have Bowser Jr., Jigglypuff, Wii Fit, and their own Kazuya. Do you send out the mirror matchup? Or do you try to do what Lubbock Christian tried to do last week, which was space out Kazuya with a Bowser Jr.?
I think that spacing would be their best option. Spacing would be what would possibly get them that win.
Yeah, especially when you're playing against a player as good as Willie, and you send a mirror matchup out, because now Willie can't switch to Terry, so it has to be mirror match if they send their own Kazuya out. Now you're forced to just play a fighting game. You're one-on-one, like you're both trying to be aggressive. You have to play Willie's game, which if you don't feel comfortable in doing that, if you feel like you may not be able to win that matchup, then your best option is to probably try to see how many stocks you can take off of Willie with a Bowser Jr.
Absolutely. So now I don't know if I say waiting. Oh, getting that sneak
That's
peek.
on me. You know, that's actually the first prediction I got wrong here. We are going to actually see the Wii Fit
trainer. I'm going to say I wasn't expecting the Wii Fit trainer.
And as we know, like, Wii Fit Trainer Online is kind of a tough battle just because of, you know, shout out Nintendo. That's all I'll say. But we're going to get started here real quick as they both players trade blows off the start. Willie looking to get back onto stage and find some damage of his own.
Healing it themselves. And now having that aura. Now, I could be wrong, but that aura does allow for the Wii Fit trainer to both have extra speed, but also does a little bit of a damage boost too.
Yeah, and extra speed is what you're going to need against a character like Kazuya that is just running at you the entire time, not letting you breathe whatsoever. Now, as we know here at the bottom of the screen, Willie now has his heat bar all the way full, but it's going to be gone just like his first stock. Now, Wii Fit Trainer playing a little bit of the spacing game that we mentioned that Bowser Jr. can do, but not as fully Bowser Jr.
Not as fully, but is taking as much as they could, with Willie then dropping down to his last stock, 3 against 1, with the Wii Fit Trainer having the advantage over here.
Yeah, now if you're Willie, you're just looking to at least take one stock off of the Wii Fit Trainer and set Eliminathan up for success.
Absolutely.
It's going to be tough here, though. You haven't really been able to get any of that combo damage that you've wanted to if you're Willie.
Because the Wii Fit Trainer is doing very, very well at the spacing, looking at just opportunities where she can get into it. Yeah,
playing off stage where Willie's not able to find her, but able to find her if she comes back onto the stage, takes the first stock off of Wii Fit.
And interesting that you see the Wii Fit Trainer already just dropping down and going, and Willie just knocking her down. Looking at that combo, my God.
Yeah, hasn't followed her off stage just yet, but now doing so, able to take a good bit of damage, finds the stun, going to take the throw and the stock. Now, both players tied at one stock. Now, Willie's sitting at 123% damage, but that doesn't mean there's not a chance. Kazi can kill you in 5 seconds if he wants to.
Absolutely. Oh, but with that extra damage boost, you now see the Wii Fit Trainer kicking him out into the stratosphere. Moss, you doing okay over there?
You know, one of these days... One of these days.
What did you say earlier?
I'm going to manifest a positive caster curse.
I was going to say, what did you say earlier? The caster's curse?
I don't know what I'm supposed to... I don't say it. Willie does it. I do say it. He just gets blasted off into the sunset like Team Rocket.
Just ignore it?
I don't know. Because, like, I mean, am I wrong?
I mean,
Kazuya could take a stock in 5 seconds if he wanted to. I guess he just didn't want to. That's what I'm going to say. It's not my fault. Nah, I didn't do that.
Are we sure
I'm not on the sticks.
Are we sure?
I'm not on the sticks. I think Willie heard me out there. I think that's what happened. I'm going to say that. But we're going to take a look at these replays here for a second. Willie struggled at first. Didn't really follow the Wii Fit, just playing off stage, finds an opening, and just takes the stock, because Wii Fit can do that.
Absolutely.
But...
as you just progress into the match, you now see Willie getting into the groove of it, and then you start to see him just like absolutely take these stocks away from the Wii Fit Trainer.
Yeah, and those stun moves.
They were beautiful.
Why did I just say stun 3 times? Anyways, absolutely beautiful work there from Willie, able to take 2 stocks off of the Wii Fit trainer, set Eliminathan up for hopeful greatness. I'm going to stop predicting things. I think the only thing I'm going to predict from now on is what character is going to get sent out.
Absolutely.
And let's talk about that. I'm done talking about the scores and stocks and everything like that. Do you think we see Rob, or do you think we see Sora?
I think knowing what he has to now fight, we're gonna see Rob.
We're gonna see Rob.
We're gonna see Rob.
You're gonna see Rob against the Wii Fit trainer.
Absolutely.
What do you have any thoughts on that matchup, or is it just like, oh God, Wii Fit trainer?
Honestly, it's oh God, Wii Fit trainer. I think you have convinced me to join the Wii Fit trainer hate train because that was disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, like, Min Min is probably the worst at this, but like. We saw that Wii Fit trainer. We saw that Wii Fit trainer just able to just play off stage, and I'll come back up to the stage when I feel like it, and then not lose a stock in 5 seconds.
Because like we just see the Wii Fit trainer having, I wouldn't say floaty, but having the capabilities to get back from such a long distance below the stage.
Yeah, and that I think the timing kind of messed up. Like that messed up the timing on Willie's side. Jeez, I am sorry. You know what? That prediction, that caster curse really took a lot out of me. That I feel horrible on the inside, and I'm trying to deflect it right now. It's just not working. But that all doesn't matter because we have a new match coming up, and it is going to be Eliminathan on the Rob. Now, Wii Fit trainer sitting at only 1 stock. Doing a little bit of a jump over there. You have to, because you have to jump off the stage so you set your stocks back where they need to be. Being a little weird, but that doesn't matter now. Eliminathan getting a few hits in here early onto the Wii Fit trainer. Comboing, not letting her get back down to stage.
Oh my God, and look at that. It is kind of... I'm just interested in seeing how, with both of them having the ability to just throw out stuff left and right, it's honestly going to be a fight of throwing consumables out towards one another to set up for each other's combos.
Yeah, and albeit with a different moveset, Rob can do spacing a little bit. Would you say better than Wii Fit?
Honestly, I don't know.
I'm not a Smash player. They're probably gonna get mad at me in the comments or something.
Oh, they're gonna be mad at me too. It's okay. I'm ready for that one after.
But what matters right now is that Wii Fit trainer is sitting at 110% damage, looking to get back on stage and send a few hits Eliminathan's way. Finds a little bit there, but those projectiles are proving to be a tough obstacle here. For
the
layer
Rob
realms.
Shooting back the Wii Fit trainer's own soccer ball. That soccer ball, I will say, that soccer ball does a lot of damage.
Yeah, and a lot of damage it will do here. Layer realms waiting for Eliminathan to come back down the stage, and it's going to be answered with a couple of hits. And both players dodging each other pretty well at the moment. I think they figured out each other's games are just projectiles.
And now it's almost kind of like a waiting game into seeing who messes up first when it comes... Oh, and I think we found our answer.
Yep.
We found our answer.
Not dead yet. Not dead yet. Throws a soccer ball, gets parried off to the side. Well, now
trying to get back on stage. Getting back on the stage, and now she's still off the stage trying to find her footing with her sending out that soccer ball and taking out Eliminathan's first stock.
Yeah, not great there for Eliminathan.
But with Eliminathan dropping below and taking her out. What a beautiful thing that last stock was from Eliminathan. Oh my God. Absolutely.
A little bit of a mess up there. You lose the stock, but you don't lose anymore. You're done with the Wii Fit trainer. Now it's going to be a 1v1. You're just down a stock. And I think that now you got the Wii Fit out of the way, you got what we assume is their best player out of the way. Mm-hmm. You still have confidence going into this, and we were watching the matchup. Turned kind of into a projectile battle.
I wonder if they're willing to do that again with Bowser Jr. I wonder if they're willing to throw out another...
That is a good call. I didn't even think about that. Like, you just see Rob and Bowser Jr. just throwing stuff. Jr.,
especially with Bowser Jr.'s projectiles. Bowser Jr.'s projectiles, honestly, my opinion, they are more dangerous than Rob's projectiles, because those little things, they'll walk across the field, they'll walk on back, then they just explode. What are you to do in that situation? And I think we did see a matchup similar to that in line. Looking at the replays, you see that moment where he threw that projectile out and ended that match.
Yeah, through it, almost took the stock before he lost his own, but a fatal mistake is going to lose Eliminathan that first stock, but answered back really quickly, as we're about to see right here. Able to survive with 2 going into this last matchup. Hopefully, now, what Eliminathan needs to do is take this first stock early and take it with not a lot of damage being dealt out to himself.
Absolutely.
Because the more damage you take early, the more of a struggle it's going to be, towards the end when, you're both sitting at 1 stock. And what do you think is the biggest obstacle here for Eliminathan? Do you think it would be the Bowser Jr. if they send him out, or do you think it would be a character like Kazi or Jigglypuff getting sent out?
Honestly, that's honestly a tougher call. I think, because the Jigglypuff players can be great. I'm not worried about the Jigglypuff. The Jigglypuff is not a character I'm worried about unless they get close to you and drop you.
Yeah.
Now, between Kazuya and Bowser Jr., I'm more worried about the Bowser Jr. The Bowser Jr. has more utility in its kit. While the Kazuya may be more dangerous overall, I think that in this particular matchup, the Bowser Jr. might be what I'm a little bit more worried about.
Yeah, and so you would say that Bowser Jr. probably has a lot more answers to the problems that a character like Rob brings to him.
Because I correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we did see a little bit of that last week with a Bowser Jr. versus a Rob matchup.
We did, didn't we? We did see that matchup. So, you know what? I'm going to let you be the predictor here. They're going to send out the Bowser Jr. That's weight lifted off my shoulders. That
I'm putting
prediction.
it on mine.
I'm putting it on yours. It's your turn. I can't be the only one, And if they do send the Jigglypuff.
Correct. I was wrong here.
It's your turn. It's your turn.
I was wrong. They're sending out the Kazuya instead. Which, in hindsight, I guess that makes more sense. But in my mind, I'm just a Bowser Jr. has the ability to be more spaceful and be more spacing, rather.
Yeah. And we are going to get into it. It is going to be 3-2 right now in favor of Akron going into this final matchup here of set number 1. Both players waiting for their opportunity to start the attack and start the beatdown Eliminathan has
taking it. Only for Kazuya to come back in and do Kazuya things as he starts taking him down.
Yeah, able to get back on stage for just a second before he gets lasered out of the screen, but finds his way back on. Now going to try and look for a combo of his own, but gets grabbed by Kazuya. And now Eliminathan sitting at 129%.
And now that he's at 136, now he's trying to get in and trying to find his footing. Kazuya is taking damage, and now Rob is setting himself up to trying to start his combos. But Kazuya's getting in, and now he got grabbed and thrown up into the air.
Huge grab, not able to kill though. You also got to watch out. Kazuya right now has his Rage Heart. You cannot get stunned by the Kazuya. Now, Eliminathan keeping away with a few projectiles being thrown back and forth, and a laser. Now the projectile coming out
playing
to
the
keep him
waiting
further
game
away.
for that Rage Art. And Rage Art is now gone. I think that was a glorious thing to see from Eliminathan. With the stock now taking him off the stage, we love to see that from him.
Yeah, great plays there from Eliminathan. I think he's found his strategy so far. He just got to be careful of those stuns from Kazuya, because it can send you back off the screen in just a second.
Off the screen, and now we're starting back up again with Rob trying to start.
A few lows there being thrown out by Rob. None of them hitting.
Oh, and Kazuya finding his footing and ending the match. Now, what was that move? Enlighten me on that, Mr. Tekken player.
That was just an electric. That was an electric. That was, well, I don't even know if that was a perfect electric. That was just a God fist. Anyways, tough outing there at the end for Eliminathan. You get real close. Unfortunately, that one stock you lost to the Wii Fit trainer proving to be detrimental.
Pivotal part in how that match ended.
Yeah. And honestly, not terrible, though. That was an extremely close matchup here as we take a look at those final moments. Eliminathan struggled at the start, found his footing with the projectile usage in the middle of that, just couldn't overcome that one stock deficit in the end.
That deficit, it really did hurt him as the Kazuya used his wings to send him up and out into and dying.
Yeah, struggling. And once Kazuya stuns you, he can kind of just do what he wants, including kill you and take
you
your
up
last
and down,
stock.
side to side. As soon as Kazuya stuns you, honestly, have your DI ready because there's a chance you may not make it back.
Yeah, not the greatest end there to that set, but we still have more. This, best of 3. There's another set. Now, if you're Shenandoah, do you think you need to make changes in your strategy? Or do you think that maybe if you just play these matchups a little differently, that could be what helps you overcome Akron in the second set?
I hate to be the predictor. Honestly, I think they might change it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I think they might send out Wayne Blade first.
Send out Wayne Blade first and keep
Kip later.
Yeah, and I mean, it depends, because, Akron may also think, while they won that set, that doesn't mean you have to stick, You still want to try and best prepare yourselves for this next set. What do you think? Do you think Akron changes up, or do you think they're just we won that set, we can do that again, let's keep it going?
I think Akron shivered in their timbers just a little bit towards the end of that match. I think they shivered just a little bit. I think they might change it up just a little bit. I wouldn't know what they would change it, but they might switch up just a little bit on us.
Yeah, and honestly, I got to take a second. Smash players take a while. We should have a second to just talk about this. Did you just say shiver me timbers?
Yes, I did. Of course I did.
Okay. Anyways, yeah, we're about that. We should see here in a minute. I don't know if the players are taking a 5-minute break or not, but if they aren't, which I actually don't think they are, it looks like they're getting in there pretty quick. I'm gonna be. You know what? I'm gonna make a prediction since it's not stock wise. I will not say who I think is gonna win. That's a bad thing. I think they're going to stick pretty close to. SU is going to stick pretty close to what their strategy was before and just play those matchups a little differently. We're going to go into a button check real quick, and then we will see if I'm right. But for now, I think we do get a sneak peek. If I can get a comment from a producer, if these are real characters or not.
If these are real characters?
Real characters is in they sent them, because you have in NECC you have to declare. You have to declare your character first. You can't just send in a character. You have to declare who you're going to send in first. And I just got word from God up above that this is in fact real. What I'm saying right now, you guys aren't saying it. But we're going to see Ken and Pac-Man, so Kip and, let me see their name is, Cytonics.
Okay.
Starting off in this set.
I can't say I'm surprised by the other team's side sending out their best player first. I think they would take out as many stocks as they can in order to set themselves up.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, I think that Kip is also playing really aggressive. We saw what he did to this Ken earlier. We did. It's really interesting that they are sending out the Ken again against his Pac-Man. Maybe he thinks that he has his number now. He's like, I know what Kip is planning. I think that I can adjust to this a little bit better. Mm-hmm. Or maybe he's just like, I messed up before, I got this.
Yeah. And I think this matchup I think we might see a little bit of a different sort of play from Ken. I think correct me if I'm wrong, was he more defensive during that first match?
It's Ken. He was pretty aggressive. I think what happened was that the Ken player was just caught off guard that Kip was playing as aggressive as he is. Because we know, Kip is special. We know this. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. But Pac-Man is usually played as very much so. Like, I'm going to use my fire hydrant, keep you away from me for a second while I go grocery shopping, find the item that I'm looking for, and then attack when I find the opportunity to. Yeah. Instead of what we saw from him against Ken earlier, which was, I'm going to throw my hands at you now.
Yes, Pac-Man is a keep away character. He's gonna let's go grocery shopping for a moment. Stay over there, but I'm gonna go shopping. So he is a bit of a oddity when it comes to Pac-Man players, I think.
Well, Kip throws. You know what we should do? Can we get a counter? I'll ask our producer later, but I want to get a fire hydrant counter. I just put every time
break the screen with that, honestly.
Every time Kyle throws a fire hydrant on the ground, I just want to see it one. and then another tally, and then another tally. It'd be really funny if the tallies just like
kept going,
and then they just went off screen.
We might break the screen limit. Honestly, between the matches that he plays, I think this is a rough estimate. Easily like 25.
25?
25 to 30.
25 to 30?
I think so. Yeah, absolutely. Between the matches.
So what do we say? You know what? Somebody in the back of house, I would really appreciate it. Somebody keep track of the fire hydrants we're going to see in this matchup. Kip is playing against Cytonics. And I say, let's start the over-under at 19.5.
Okay. 19 and
a half.
What is the half?
Because I think the half, well, if you're doing an over-under, you have to have the half. Because otherwise you can't do an over-under. What if it hits 19? I went over, you went under. Neither of us win.
Okay.
Now, I believe we're going to get straight into this, so I'm going to take the over. But anyways, Ken finding an answer right away onto the Pac-Man that he struggled with earlier.
And Kip's DI back onto the stage, waiting to get back onto the stage so that he can begin and start his combo chain, catching the Ken off guard.
Yeah, I think he's going to play a little bit slower now after the damage that he just took. Try to keep that third stock for as long as possible. Absolutely. But it's really tough when you have Ken throwing Shoryukens out and you're trying to go grocery shop.
Ken just throwing straight hands. Pac-Man's not used to throwing straight hands, but Ken, he is made to be throwing straight hands at the Pac-Man. Oh, and with the bell into that first stock taken by Kip. We love to see it.
Fantastic use of the bell there from Kip. However, trying to put the fire hydrant down, gets sent off the stage, and in a
flying out and off the stage.
Poor position, loses his stock. Now both players tied at 2 apiece.
With Kip going back and starting the combo chain once again, doing grocery shopping again. He's trying to wait for the time to use it.
Yeah, he's looking around in that fruit aisle, not finding anything just yet. Gets back on the stage, parries that kick from Ken, throws a bell, and now both players kind of in a standstill, feeling each other out, trying to find an opening.
Absolutely. And we see Ken getting a more aggressive and less waiting and more anticipating what Kip's doing now.
And Kip reading that, able to get a little bit more damage. Ken almost at 100, but as we know, Ken can take that stock whenever he feels like it. Kip looking for a way back on the stage, and it's safe. Hopefully not putting himself in the bad position. And finds the bell, gets the stun. Bell. Unable to get anything out of it. However, Ken at above 100%. Fire hydrant placed, but that gets kicked away swiftly. However, what can't get kicked away is the red ghost that takes the second stock from Ken.
And they just traded blows with now it's going down to the one-on-one, and I think this will be a particular pivotal part in seeing how the rest of the series may end up going.
Yeah, this could be the game. Like, at the end of this, we could say this is the game because both players, two of the best on their respective teams. Now, Ken, however, taking the brunt of the damage here with both players having the last stock. However, trading blows at the moment. Both players kind of feeling each other out, trying to find an opening. Not able to see anything just yet. Kip keeping Ken away with the fire hydrant. That's now gone. Sends some projectiles his way. Gets stunned. Ken looking for a combo. Doesn't get much out of it, but now Kip has to fight his way back on the stage. The drop kick sends Ken flying the other way.
And now another hydro plant placed, and now the bell coming to make a return. Bell getting caught as Kip tries to find usage for it, but ultimately doesn't, with the Shoryuken ending Kip. With now Ken having one stock left against the next SU player.
Yeah, unfortunately, Kip not able to take that last stock. However, that was a close one. SU going into this next match, 9-10, not a big deficit. This is both teams pretty neck and neck right now. This set is still anybody's, but what you can't do here going into this next matchup is you don't want to lose your third stock against this guy. You want to tie it up in this next matchup. You got to take that Ken stock
as much as you can in order for the series to continue. And now looking at the replays in which the stock was taken by Kip in that first one, we are at, from a count from God, thank you God, we have 10 hydro plants placed currently.
10 hydrants were thrown out, but I think that was a outlier. I'm going to go ahead and say that was an outlier. We're going to get the average on that. You know, on the stat sheet, I'm going to throw that as a stat. But as we finish taking a look up these replays, both players very close to each other the entire way through. Nobody really had momentum more than the other. I would say it was like a 50-50. That was a real 50-50 matchup. And at the end, Kip not able to find what he was looking for with that bell, and that kind of spelled the end because he messed up the bell throw. Ken shielded. He got the combo that he wanted.
The stun.
Got the stun, the combo he wanted, and was able to take the last. I'm sorry. Right now on our big TV right here, I just got a big picture of Kip thrown on my screen. Just caught me off guard. Handsome man he is, but that is not the topic of our conversation. Our topic of conversation is Kazuya.
We're seeing another Tekken versus Street Fighter matchup, which honestly I expected with how fast Willie took him out, and already a sub-minute match with 0 to death. A 0.
I didn't even get to see anything. I didn't even get to say anything.
I saw the entire match.
Man.
Oh my god.
Hi, Kip. Kip, once again on my big TV, he's just raising that rock eyebrow. Just, that picture kind of reminds me of, now you have to put it on stream production. I bet you won't. He has this eyebrow raised like that Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
He does.
Which is really funny. That's a great picture. We had 10 fire hydrants. I mean, there was nothing much to really talk about in that Kazuya match other than he just absolutely
demolished him. Oh my god.
Ken straight to the ground.
In other words, I took the under and you lost.
Yeah. You know what? I'm fine with that. It doesn't matter because we are now tied in stocks.
Yes, we are.
And I just can't. I'm sorry. I can't stop looking at this. Yeah, here we go. Thank you.
Yes.
This is why I'm struggling to talk right now. We have Kip staring at me.
Somebody save this. This is a glorious picture right here. 10
fire hydrants were thrown onto the ground in that first matchup, which was unfortunately not enough for Kip. But wait, how many? I wonder. There might have been more fire hydrants thrown in that Kip versus Ken matchup than there were buttons pressed by Willie in that match just now.
Now that you say that,
that was I was still like laughing because of the Kip picture they put up in between, and then all of a sudden I look up and Ken's gone. Ken's gone. Red flash all over the screen. I'm like, wait, what? Oh, Ken's dead. Oh, my bad. Did not see that coming. Let me just stop saying it. Because I didn't say anything about how quick Kazuya can take stocks there. And then Ken lost his stock in 5 seconds. Am I wrong? I'm not wrong.
Look at the replay, and you see him taking him down.
That's not 10 button presses. That's less than 10 button presses. That's less than 10 button presses.
Walking him down and sending him right back down. It was beautiful to see.
That's momentum right there for Shenandoah. That is momentum. You are still tied, so it's not like a huge momentum boost, but Willie's probably really confident now. You get the Ken out of the way. Now, do you think they just answer back? Let's throw that Wii Fit out there. Let's make them struggle a little bit.
I do think that Wii Fit might make a return.
I'm gonna stop. I'm not gonna say anything.
No.
The weight of the caster curse is on your shoulders.
I
brought it up, and I made you successful because it is in fact going to be the Wii Fit trainer coming in against Willie. On his Kazuya.
Between the spacing that the Wii Fit trainer had, it's now Willie's gonna have to start putting. Just going at it and look at it. He's doing that right now.
You can't space if you get grabbed by Kazuya.
That is true.
Takes you wherever he wants you to go. Now, what we did see here, we were seeing the same strategy being employed by the Wii Fit trainer as we saw in the first set. However, Willie playing a little bit further away from the edge, doesn't exactly want to go up there try to edge guard the Wii Fit, scared of what will happen if he does.
He took notes from what happened last time, and now he's trying to play on his time and not hers.
Yeah, and right now looking for that combo. Gonna able to find a little bit of damage out of it. Both players sitting at around 87.
And
never mind.
To his face.
See? That's good caster curse right there. Wii Fit trainer loses their first stock, but Willie's still sitting at 87%.
Willie's still sitting at 87%, but now he has his Rage Art ready and ready to be able to use.
Now he wasn't able to make much use of it in the last fight. Will he be able to find it? He does find a combo there for a second. Wii Fit gets out of it, but will not get out of that grab. Not gonna die just yet. Gonna look for the way back on the stage. Throws a soccer ball, trying to keep Willie away. Grabs the ledge, gets sent backwards. Soccer ball helps her get to the ledge, but
was
now you have to
trying
get
to-
back up into Kazuya's face.
And another kick to the face, sending him flying. And look at that. Now Willie is going to have to play a little bit more defensively because he is at 100, and any combo from Wii Fit might kill.
Yeah, you got to be really careful here because you want, best case scenario, you take all 3 of the Wii Fit stocks without losing a stock of your own. But see, this is what you did. You set me up for that. You set me up for that one that time. But,
what are you talking about?
Right now, Wii Fit looking to get back on the stage. Soccer ball going to help her do so.
And now we're seeing the Wii Fit trainer starting a whole string of combos on her own, only to stop. And now Willie is now trying to take control of the momentum that he has. He's seeing some sort of advantage right now.
Yeah, not exactly sitting right on the edge, but pretty close to it, making it difficult for Wii Fit to get back up there.
And Wii Fit bidding back her boost, but I don't think that's going to be enough because he is looking to end the match.
Yeah, Willie not able to find his skill shot there, but gets the
Kill
grab.
shot.
Almost takes the last stock there
Oh.
from Layer Realms, and he goes to chase her down, not
He got
able
a
to
little
take that
greedy
stock
right
just
there,
yet.
trying to go and take her off the edge.
Yeah, all of a sudden, both players really, really scared right now, shooting a lot, trying not to take that final blow.
And you're seeing both players just like running back and forth with the soccer ball making more of a play left and right. And now Willie lost that second stock, and now it is a 1-1.
Yeah, all of a sudden you were up 3-1, and now you're struggling to take this last stock, and you have 1 stock left yourself. And you got to look, maybe you have to adjust a little bit because the Wii Fit trainer using the projectiles in fantastic way is able to keep Kazuya away until she wants to get up in his grill.
Absolutely.
Gets a bit of damage there. Kazuya not able to find any hits recently.
And you're seeing he's still playing that keep away game, but now he's just trying to get back into it. And now he's already has his rage art again. I wonder if he'll be able to pull it off to end the match.
Parry there. However, the grab.
A grab,
not able
not
to kill just
necessarily
yet.
end the
These grabs
match,
can't
but
kill.
You see him using his laser eye, and now she's back on the stage. She's trying to find something, and she's healing. Oh, and the grab was used and ending the match.
There we go. The grab killed finally after multiple tries. You know what's funny? I said grab can't kill. What happened?
Grab killed.
Grab killed. I think I noticed the power that I hold now.
Really?
I noticed the power that I hold now, and it is true. But really started off strong, struggled there in the middle, lost a few stocks when the Wii Fit was above 100%. And like now you go into the next match with 1 stock. So you're just going to try to take what you can get.
Yeah.
But first, let's go ahead and take a look at some of these replays.
Kicks to the face all around from both Kazuya and Wii Fit trainer.
Yeah, and one thing I noticed during that match is that Willie was struggling to get around the projectile.
Yes, the projectiles was a main factor in that. And I think during the end of his second stock, you could say he got a little greedy, trying to get below that stage and end her.
Yeah, did that, especially that second stock, lost it because he went chasing after her and was unable to find the stock there and lost his own in turn.
But he pulled it back together. I'm hoping that he holds this last stock for the next person.
Yeah, and speaking of the next person, we don't have the spoilers just yet on our end, but interested to see who it is because now you've sent out your Ken, you sent out your Wii Fit. Wii Fit we struggled with a good bit last time, but now they're both gone. I'm
gonna reverse it to you. Who do you
it's my time.
think?
I think they send the Kazuya out, and right behind that, the Bowser Jr. So if it's not Kazuya, it's Bowser Jr. I don't think they want to send that Puff out.
Puff will just get flattened.
Yeah, I don't think they want to send Puff into that Kazuya. Although, I don't know if that Puff matchup would be any better against the Rob because we do still have Eliminathan in the background and. Got to be a little bit careful about that. I'm gonna take Kazuya. I'll place my chips on the Kazuya.
Okay, do you think that they'll send out Bayonetta?
You know what? Considering I forgot about the Bayonetta, there's a chance. But I'm I'm going to stick with Kazuya.
Okay.
But I do think that now that you mention it, there is a good chance that Bayonetta gets thrown out there.
I will take the Bowser Jr.
I'll take the Bowser Jr. Now, that'd be a battle of spacing.
Yes.
So probably be very You know what? I just saw that Twitch chat. That's messed up. Don't say that. Whoever's behind that Shenandoah Esports channel right now, that's messed up. I don't like that because I use my powers for good right there. I said that the throw, that grab had not taken any stocks, and then it took the final stock.
It took you a while to get there, but you started using your powers for good.
I'm cooking in reverse. I'm cooking in reverse. What can I say? Now, if you're Willie going into this next matchup, whoever they throw out there, you want to take at least one stock. You take at least one stock, you put your team in a great position going into our last two players.
In Willie fashion, he's going to be hyper-aggressive.
Yeah, he's going to be hyper-aggressive. Hey, that's the thing with Willie. I don't think he's ever really changed his play style. He'll maybe slow down a little bit if it's one-on-one, it's one stock versus one stock, and I'm the last player. But
now look at that.
Don't say that. Don't do that. He's referring to the fact that we are going to be watching a Bayonetta versus Kazuya matchup here.
The one that neither of us actually said.
No, you said Bayonetta. Didn't you say Bayonetta?
No,
you took Bowser Jr. Yeah, so it's not just on me that time. But regardless, now Willie going to look to at least take a stock here before he loses his own. Best case scenario, he takes all three, which is possible because he's Kazuya. But it's also possible that he doesn't. Who knows? We're about to find out.
And you see the Bayonetta already trying to get hyper-aggressive, but Kazuya just taking back the spacing, and look at that with the grab into the combo. Oh my. And she's trying to set off that witch twist right there, but unable to actually get into it. She's barely getting into it with the witch twist and that one right there, sending him to 64, but still not enough damage to actually take him out.
Yeah, whoa, watch it there. Not enough damage just yet. What? Now, Kazuya looking for a big swing there, going to whiff, looking for the stun too. Now going to get hit off stage, looking for a safe way back up. Has the rage art. And looking for the timing to get back on the stage and not able to. That wasn't Caster Curse, right? That was just unfortunate. That's the second time I think that Willie has lost a stock due to falling off the stage, which is unfortunate. But if you are Shenandoah, you still have two players in your back pocket. And Bayonetta still has all three stocks. Who do you send out? This is crunch time. It's 6-6, I believe. Both teams lost two players so far in this set number 2.
Honestly,
I think you send. I'm going to be honest because I think I know who you send out.
You're going to send out the Rob.
Yeah, the Rob. I think you.
Oh, you mean the Pikachu?
I think you send out, and I think it's less about matchup right now. I think it's more about the player that you want anchoring.
You are right. I will say that you are right.
Because you still want Eliminathan to anchor, but what now? If you do throw out this Pikachu into this Bayonetta matchup, does that give you any thoughts?
Sending the Pikachu into the Bayonetta, honestly, they're both fast-paced characters.
Yeah.
So I think that he has the advantage because with Bayonetta's guns, as you see her use, Pikachu's actually below the height, so the bullets will whiff above him. The hitbox won't actually register. So I think that he has just a little bit of an advantage here when it comes to specifically her gun utility kit, because if you hold down the B button as you're holding it, it crystallizes into a purple, which deals more damage towards the opponent. So depending on what level he's actually at, he can actually go below it. Now that isn't to say, because typically people use that ability when their players are off stage. Yeah. And when they're off stage and they're already towards the end zone, and you hit them with the bullet, it's almost like a guaranteed kill right there.
So right now it's just. Would you say it's just a battle of movement? Is that what we're going to go back to? Because that's what we were saying before.
I think it's about movement.
Pikachu's got to watch out because Bayonetta can hit pretty hard. There's a couple moves of hers that can hit incredibly hard.
Well, they hit hard, but they're also very slow. I believe you're talking about the demon arms, I believe?
Yes.
Yes, Gomoro's arms, they hit hard, but if you miss it, you're going to be stuck in a sort of like the iframes will be stuck there for a little bit, so you have to kind of find your way out.
Yeah, kind of like. Never mind. I'm not gonna make that. I was gonna make a football analogy, but that doesn't really work here. The more I think about
football,
it,
you would have the wrong person.
No, I mean, maybe there's some people that watch. I know there's some people in the broadcast room that know football, but that was probably a poor analogy. Anyways, waiting to see what stage we're gonna go in on here. I doubt it's gonna be Green Hill Zone, which is what they're hovering over at the moment. I don't think that's NECC legal.
Yeah, I don't think it's legal, but it would be funny.
It would be pretty funny. I'd say, 1v1 on the biggest stage there is, whatever that is. Let's just sit here for
I know what it's called. I'm looking at it right now. I just don't remember the name actually.
Whatever that stage is, imagine a Snake versus Sonic battle on it.
Ew. Do you hate yourself?
I just wanted to put that thought out into the world because I thought that'd be really funny. If I had to think about it, everybody else has to think about it. And you know what that just made me think about? You just lost the game. And everybody else out there watching also just lost the game.
Now, why in the Big 2-6, mind you, in the Big 2-6?
Listen, if I think about it, everybody else has to hear it. I can't. What am I just going to do? Sit here and lose the game myself?
Yes.
No.
And I believe Prod actually agrees with us as well.
I did hear somebody yell from the back room. Oh.
I believe God herself is actually annoyed at you right now.
Oh, man.
How could you?
What can I do? Not that they're flashing the Kip and fire hydrant picture at me again. It's like, yeah, he's just lock in. I think he's trying to tell me to lock in. Yeah, lock in. I mean, I can't see the stage. Are we going to the stage? Lock in. I would love to lock in. Thank you, production. Oh my God, they're flashing the picture at me again. It's hard to lock in when I see Kip staring at me like that. He's like raising his eyebrow like The Rock. That's like, I promise I didn't do anything. He's looking at me like,
I mean,
devious.
You did do something.
No.
Yes.
No, I didn't do anything. What are you talking about? I did nothing. But let's get back. Let's lock in like production was trying to tell me to do. Right now we have what we saw. We saw the spoiler for the character. It's going to be Pikachu,
which expected. Even though I was wrong.
Expected by me.
Whatever.
Expected by me. Going into Bayonetta has all three of their stocks. Now it's up to Wayne Blade, our new fourth. This is a big, big moment for Wayne Blade. I know when I was a new player on the COD team a few years back, moments like this, stop with the Kip picture, man. No way! Okay, you know what? Throw that. Okay, because I reacted so big, you need to throw that on screen.
That is beautiful.
There needs to be a reason why, that people know why I reacted like that.
Oh, that is glorious.
Everybody needs to see this. It is. Why am I?
And they cleared the background too.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Stripes don't look good on me, man. Stripes do not look good on me. I gotta stop with the stripes. I can't be wearing stripes like that.
I don't know, man.
That's tough. I think that. Anyways, the picture's gone. Thanks for making me think about that again, production.
Thank you, production.
Thank you. God, now I'm off my game. What am I supposed to say
Are you
about
off
that?
your game or on your game? Because they just surprised you with something that was glorious.
That wasn't glorious, man. That's a very bad picture of myself that I just saw. That I just got the unfortunate vision of.
Now,
but we are going to be going into game very shortly. Pikachu versus Bayonetta, Wayne Blade. Now this, like I said before, big moment. This is where they need you, Wayne Blade. Do you answer the call?
And here's hoping that he does.
Yeah, right now, going to spend the first couple seconds waiting patiently, looking for an opening on the Bayonetta, trying to find at least one stock out of this matchup. Electricity not going to find any damage out of that one.
And Bayonetta typically going with her aggressive power move, and you see that back air that hit him for quite a bit of damage with her heal. And you see her setting up in that combo for the Witch Twist was a little bit out of it, and it was, she didn't drop it completely, but she did manage to ultimately not finish the combo.
Yeah, struggling here is Wayne Blade as he's almost going to lose a stock. Not just yet, I hope. Gets back on the stage, doesn't avoid the kick there. Now looking to find his way back on, able to get there. Shields, avoids a couple of attacks, lands one of his own, but in a bad spot at the moment.
In a bad spot he is indeed. he's trying to separate himself from her. As you see, he's throwing out the thunderbolts at her and into the grab. He's trying to get her off stage.
Yeah, Wayne Blade playing a bit patient, not going to chase out the Bayonetta there.
He is letting her come to him, and honestly, I think it's working quite well for him because he's predicting how aggressive she's being.
Yeah,
and
the range of the...
and we see him dive right back onto the stage.
Yeah, also shielding those couple of attacks. Going to get the grab, gets a bit more damage. The lightning doesn't hit the Bayonetta, but finding a little bit of momentum here, Wayne Blade is, and I think, like you mentioned, was doing a really good job.
Can we talk about it? The witch time still didn't manage to block off. She tried to use the Gamora arm to kill him, but ended up taking the stock. And in turn, she is trying to end him. Oh, that was beautiful.
Huge play there from Wayne Blade. These are the moments that I was speaking about before we started. Can you answer the call? And answer the call so far, he has. Now, you're sitting at 176%.
Oh, and
going to set big. That's fine. That's fine. Sitting 2-2. Both teams tied at 5 stocks apiece. Wayne Blade already taking the stock they were hoping that he could take.
That up tilt. I know exactly what she was trying to do there. She was trying to get the up tilt right into that witch twist so she can send him flying. But unfortunately, the Pikachu ended up moving out of the way. And again, you see her playing offensively a little bit too much, in my opinion.
Yeah, at first it was the Bayonetta that was waiting for Wayne Blade to make a move and find an opening in retaliation. Now it's kind of reversed. Pikachu backing up, Bayonetta trying to chase down Wayne Blade. And it's working a bit here, but Bayonetta's still sitting at about 60%. Looking for a hit there, gets grabbed in turn.
And another witch time by her, but unfortunately, she is unable to pull off the kill there.
Yeah, and that's going to cost her a good bit of damage. Witch time there doesn't find the stock just yet.
The stock is still there, and into the combo he does. Did I see an emote there, or am I tripping?
May have seen an emote there, but Pikachu still trying to avoid the kicks, but going to lose a stock. Wayne Blade now sitting at 1 stock, but Bayonetta at 86%. There's still a chance here for Wayne Blade.
And I think that he has the capabilities of doing this. And you see the matches keep going back and forth. I'm loving to see this from Wayne Blade. He is absolutely rising to the call, I would say.
Yeah, able to get back on the stage safely there. Shield going to avoid any damage. Throw sends Bayonetta flying off the stage. And Wayne Blade trying to keep her there with the electricity. But
ultimately, she's rising back onto the stage and starting the witch twist again, which might... And we see him going right back down. Yeah, going to teleport back onto the second level of the stage right there. Both players shielding back and forth. Not sending... A little bit scared. Bayonetta kind of scared to throw anything out because could get killed in return. And the witch time into the witch twist. Which ended up ending Wayne Blade. Yeah, unfortunately, Wayne Blade not able to take advantage of the high percentage of Bayonetta, but still took a stock, which is going to lead Eliminathan into a, I believe, 3 versus 5 stock matchup. This would be 3 versus 5, yes. Well, yeah, this would be 3 versus 5 in favor of Akron. And listen, Wayne Blade only able to take 1 stock, but that's huge. That first stock was huge. That first stock that he took was a beautiful one right there. You see it still, and the spark. How did that even happen? The end of the electric. Okay, so we sent out the electricity, and then witching time started. Yes. After that, and then before she could do anything, the electricity hit her. Yes, because she was still in the hitbox range. As it hit her, she tried to throw a Gamora's arm, which would have ended Wayne Blade, but instead, as he got unpaused, it hit him. Yeah, and not really able to take advantage of that high percentage Bayonetta there at the end. And finally, the Bayonetta was able to take advantage of the witching time. Witch time, as well as the witch twist. The witch twist, the Bayo player was trying to pull off that entire match. Yeah, like, was unable to do anything. Even we just saw right there, it resulted in losing a stock there at the start of the fight.
Now we look forward to our next character, our next player from SU coming in, which is going to be Eliminathan. And we're getting a little bit of a sneak peek here, and we're going to get a switch up.
I can't say I didn't call for this one. Neither of us did. I'm kind of surprised.
No, I am also surprised. I think that this is the first time, might be the second time I've seen him play.
Second time.
When I've been casting. So stop flashing. They keep flashing the picture at me. Anyways, that's not important here. What's important here is Eliminathan and his attempt at greatness.
And honestly, this would be the match that he would use Sora because of how floaty this man is. Sora is an amazingly floaty character.
And what kind of advantages do you think that brings to a matchup against a character like Bayonetta?
Because of how floaty Sora is, Bayo is going to have to work for those skills. The Witch Twist, Sora, in my opinion, somebody in chat can correct me if I'm wrong, but he's easily able to get out of the Witch Twist because of how floaty he is. And look at the thunder that he tried to use to just push her back a little bit. And again, she's going for that Witch Twist combo.
Yeah, Eliminathan struggling to get out of it there. Now both players around the same in damage percentage. And what started off first as momentum for Eliminathan has quickly turned the other direction.
Absolutely. I believe that Eliminathan is struggling to find his momentum here. He's trying to find how he can maneuver against her.
Yeah,
and the Witch Twist into Gamora's arm, it sends him flying. Bayonetta trying to... Oh! And stock 2 taken.
What a mistake there from the Bayonetta, trying to chase Eliminathan off the stage, and it's going to result in losing a stock.
And she tried to end up
what a great play
him.
there from Eliminathan.
Absolutely. That was a glorious pick.
Yeah, and now you're looking to capitalize off that. Bayonetta probably a little lost for words to be like, oh my god, that just happened to me. And now looking to get back on the stage.
Oh, in that back air into the
stock.
killing and ending his first stock. And now they're at a 2-1 with advantage towards SU right here.
Yeah, now we're back to being pretty even right now. Bayonetta playing really aggressive, and Eliminathan unable to find an answer so far. Stuck in that combo once again.
And you're seeing both of them climb back onto the stage right now. And both of them getting sent flying right here.
Thunder coming out, not able to find anything, but does keep Bayonetta away, at least for the time being. However, she finds her way back in there, keeping Sora off the edge for now.
With the key going through the stage to get that hit and into the Sora combo. With the back air. And now you see Eliminathan trying to find his way back onto the stage.
Yeah, able to get there right now. Kind of shooting in and out, trying to find an attack in between. Uses the Thunder to keep Bayonetta away from the ledge, but not able to keep her away for that long.
He used his down B a little too preemptively there. That could have been a fatal mistake right there.
Yeah, but gets Bayonetta trapped in the ice. Now looking for a combo. Doesn't get much damage out of it, but now Bayonetta playing kind of slow.
And now you're seeing Sora climb back onto the stage. Both of them are still trying to play a defensive kind of way between one another. Yeah. Neither of them trying to make that mistake.
Yeah, right now, not a lot of big hits coming out from either character. However, Bayonetta now frozen and on the verge of death, loses the last stock. Eliminathan able to use that ice magic, freeze Bayonetta, and send her to the Shadow Realm.
R.I.P. Bayonetta, you played well, but we will see you. And now, who do you think that they'll send out for their final? Because I believe it's Bowser Jr.
We have Bowser Jr. left, and we have the Kazuya left. Those are the two characters, at least that we know that they play leading into that. But before, let's look at how we got to this situation at the moment.
Absolutely.
As that first stock that Eliminathan took was absolutely insane, punishing Bayonetta for chasing after him off the stage.
And now you see that back air that ended Sora the first time.
Yeah, right there. Both players kind of just there was a lot of whiffing, but there was also just a lot of there's a big feeling out process because both players playing very defensive in times, taking turns shielding up. It was kind of funny. Like the one moment they both just shielded up at the same time, just stared at each other from 2 feet away.
Absolutely.
But yeah, right now it is 2-3 in favor of Akron. Eliminathan lost the stock there, an unfortunate stock there to Bayonetta. Now has 2 going into this last fight of set number 2. If he wins this, we go to a set number 3. If he loses this, SU unfortunately falls 0-2. So, big moment, big ask out of whatever player Akron wants to throw out there. We mentioned Bowser Jr. It's either going to be Bowser Jr. or Kazuya, most likely.
Honestly, Kazuya's going to make that return.
You see Kazuya?
I see Kazuya.
I honestly think Kazuya too, because I feel like we mentioned before Bowser Jr. float like space and game really good.
Sora?
Sora? No. I mean in general.
Oh, okay.
Sora able to combat that very well is what I was going to say.
Yes.
So I would also hedge my bets on to Akron sending out Kazuya, which I think is a little scary if you're Eliminathan.
It can be. It certainly
it's always scary to face Kazuya. I mean, that's kind of a dumb thing to bring up. It's Kazuya. It's scary. Big, scary demon man in the words of Way Awesome Kevin.
Absolutely. Big, scary demon man that just absolutely throws hands.
Throws hands indeed, and that is exactly the character we are going to get. Akron sending out Raj on Kazuya for this final fight here of set number 2.
And now we see the match begin with Eliminathan's trying to create spacing there. Ultimately unable to, as Kazuya just keeps cracking up and getting closer.
Yeah, so Eliminathan trying to get away, find some space there to work with, but the Kazuya not letting up, keeping the pressure on Eliminathan.
Oh, and we see all 3 Thunders hit, with the third one being the most dangerous ones, mind you. And now we see him using that advantage to start up a combo.
Yeah, Thundaga helping Eliminathan get back on the stage. However, now Kazuya has the Rage Art.
Oh.
Looking to avoid it, Eliminathan able to get back onto stage safely, sends the key attack out, finds it.
With
both players in a very scary position.
Oh, and the kick sending him flying. We're now at a 3-1 with Kazuya at 132. And scratch that, a 2-1. Both players reset. This can be anybody's match right here.
Yeah, Eliminathan just in a 1 stock deficit right now. Both players early damage percentages. Avoiding the laser eyes just there for a second.
We see a starter-up combo between Sora, with Kazuya taking that time to grab him.
A whiff there from Sora leads to a grab attack there from Kazuya. Finds a little bit of damage and finds another grab attack. Now, Sora has to be very careful here. Kazuya can do heavy damage, and it was very early. Got to be a little careful here with how you play this moving on.
Absolutely. Another whiff from the laser by Kazuya, only to get freezed by Sora. And the reflection by Kazuya that hit him.
Yeah, the reflection opening up more attacks in favor of Kazuya, and including the final attack, which is going to take Shenandoah's last stock, unfortunately. Akron coming out on top 2-0.
What a match that last one was.
Yeah, unfortunately, that reflection... I mean, you gotta show it on screen now. What do you like?
I need somebody.
Can't keep doing this to me. This is a very sad moment.
Somebody needs to take a picture of this. This is actually beautiful. I would like this.
This is a very sad moment. We lost a heartbreaker once again.
This capitalizes the sad moment, and this is a heartbreaker to see again.
All right. Anyways, while we do fall 0-2. That was a really competitive match against a very good team in Akron.
Absolutely.
Akron, like we mentioned before, has beat Michigan 2-0. They did lose to Fisher 0-2, but then they do have a big win against, I believe, Middle Tennessee. Middle Tennessee, or is it... Either way, yeah, Middle Tennessee State. So we fall, unfortunately, to a very good team in Akron. Really close, both sets. Both sets coming down to one final fight at 3-2, respectively. And yeah, like Igloo says in the chat, we needed more hydrants, truly, in order to take that match
We truly
up.
did.
Eliminathan just falling falling just short, unable to get the job done and send it to a set number 3. But shout out Wayne Blade, came up really, really competitive fight there towards the end, able to take the stock and help out Eliminathan a little bit. Unfortunately, not enough there in the end. And, however, this was your first cast.
This was my first cast.
This was your first cast. How do you feel? How do you feel like it went?
Honestly, after a certain while, I tuned out that camera and we just went back and forth, and I think it was beautiful. I enjoyed this. Was my first cast, and I'm happy to do it.
I really enjoyed casting with you for the first time. And unfortunately, while we do fall 0-2, that is going to do it for stream tonight. Make sure to follow SU on all of our socials. Tomorrow night, we do have a Rocket League match. Possibly 2. 1 at 7, definitely. And then possibly 1 at 9. That might be a reschedule. So keep an eye out for those. But for now, from all of us here at Shenandoah Esports, I would like to say goodbye and good night. Thank you for watching.
we have the Esports Arena right here on campus in Winchester, Virginia, and this facility acts as the hub for all esports activity at Shenandoah University. Students are able to use this space not just for competition and practices, but also as a living learning community and a sandbox for them to come and explore and practice and try out things related to and through esports in the gaming industry, so that they're getting that hands-on learning and the skills necessary to help them find a career by the time they graduate. We also have the professional level broadcast production booth, where we do all of our broadcasting and production, from casting of our games that we play right here on campus to working with outside entities to record footage for them as well. In addition to the space that we have here in the Esports Arena is the Esports War Room. Our students get to use that space for studying, but also outside projects. So our students get to use this space for professional development and the academic side of our esports program, which is such a critical component to go with that competitive element that we have. So we combine all of our facilities at Shenandoah University with competition, community, and career preparation. We have over 250 days of programming, and there's something for everybody, and we want you to be part of it.